confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. A good run by Chubb on first. Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Dugan. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the kick makes it through. The flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield, he's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Dugan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
To throw on 2nd down. Dugan. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Off play action. Dugan. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. It's brought in by Harris. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here that add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
first down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Dugan. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play it at that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield on first down. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Escaping the pressure right. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off right around the 43.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Dugan. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On the ground, it's Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dugan. It's complete to Fuller.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dugan. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the gun, Dugan. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A run for Nick Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. They get 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. It's caught by Bryant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mayfield to throw it.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And it's caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Dugan. He finds his man Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Steelers 17, Browns 7.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 81 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. They run with Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
The Browns take over a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Dugan. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dugan. Throw left side, complete. That's Harris. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. The big fella. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 3-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And they'll get them down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Browns 21, Steelers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worth.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Second and 10.
And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cleveland, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways.
you.